This video is for educational and awareness purposes only. All tools, configurations, and processes shown are simplified to illustrate technical concepts.
In this video, I'll show you in under 10 minutes how I cleanly read common gift cards, or in this case, an official membership card where you can collect points or load credit for a specific service and clone it onto this blank card. I'll show you the exact steps of how I manipulate the card and then professionally clone it using a simple but effective setup, configuration, and know-how. Let's go in. Before we begin, I'll explain a few basics so you can follow along. As we can see, my device is online. Perfect. Now we can start. In the first input field, we see Track 1. This track often contains personal data such as names or a customer ID. More interesting for us, however, is Track 2, which we will mainly work with. This track contains data, for example, transactions or authentications. Track 3 is not relevant for this example either. On the right-hand side, we can see some buttons to perform certain actions. Since my device is ready, I will now read the data on the card and interpret it together with you. All I need is just the card, without any additional information about it. As we can see from our control indicators, the card was successfully read and the data extracted. In this case, the first track contains no data, which does not bother me in my work. More important for us is the second track, which we will now take a closer look at. The extracted data consists of numbers and characters. It looks complicated. I will briefly explain the structure of this encoded account information. The first 6 to 8 digits usually contain general identifiers of an institution or organization. This is followed by the unique customer or account number, and in the latter part, there are data such as the expiration date and the service number that determine the card's functions. I will now write the extracted data onto this blank card without any further processing. Before that, however, I will check whether the card is truly blank and clean. As confirmation, we can see that there is no data on the card. Too bad, but this is not important for us this time, as I am using a rewritable card for this project. So I will read the original card once more and then, as just shown, copy the data onto our new clone. After the copy was successfully made, I check one last time whether the data have indeed been written to our previously blank card. Done. The data were successfully written and read. This clone is now ready for use and compatible with all services of the original card. Once I showed you how to clone a regular gift or membership card, we now raise the difficulty. In the next example, I will show you not only how to read and clone a card, but also how to manipulate and store the data, for instance to create a backup. A good example is this Visa Bank card. It is already very worn and shows visible damage. For our purposes, however, the magnetic stripe is still in good condition. Additionally, this card is equipped with an EMV chip. This chip offers higher security because it can process cryptographic operations. I will explain the EMV chip in more detail in another video. Today we are working on the magnetic stripe and it appears to be fine. Let's take a closer look. This card also contains track 1 this time. As I already explained, personal data and other identifiers are usually stored on this track. As I can see, the first digits indicate the account number of Harry Bush, which we can also see below on track 2. After that comes his full name and other identifiers, which I will not go into further. We will focus again on track 2. Since we have finished the cloning, I will now show you how I write a card myself. For this I have prepared the following dump as an example with which I will write to a blank card. This dump also contains a PIN number that we will use later. I am now copying the data from my dump into the respective tracks and adjusting them accordingly, which I cannot show you in detail in this video. I have entered the tracks and will now also write this data on a new blank card. That worked. But to be sure and to show you that the card was indeed just written, I am deleting all entries and reading them again. Perfect! Together we have created the second clone. If I did not know Harry Bush and did not have his consent, Harry Bush might be in trouble now. Summary: we have now successfully cloned this bank card, and of course the gift card before it. It works with almost any card that has a magnetic stripe because the data are in most cases not encrypted, which makes it easy for me to manipulate them. Before I end the video and go shopping, I write down the PIN number. Thank you for your attention.